site manager role consists of 2 stages. The first stage is to create a requisition and the second stage is to receive deliveries. Stage 1. 1. The site manager decides to create a requisition. The requisition could be for materials or plant and equipment. 2. The site manager adds items to the requisition. 3. The site manager sends the requisition to the buyer. 4. The buyer builds the quotations and auto-creates the associated purchase order. 5. The site manager receives an email invitation to confirm the created purchase order. 6. The site manager navigates to the My Tasks page and confirms the purchase order and matching what the requisition requested. Stage 2. 1. Site manager receives site deliveries. 2. The site manager selects the Go button on the Receive Deliveries task in My Tasks. 3. The site manager records deliveries and any delivery issues in the Deliveries page. 4. When all deliveries have been completed, the site manager marks the requisition as completed. 5. The associated task is auto-completed. Now, let's see all this in action.
Thanks, Brooke. I'll take it from here. Our site manager, John, decides he needs to create a materials requisition. John opens up the Commercial Toolkit and clicks the large button, marked Materials. He then clicks the button marked Requisitions. John selects his job, or project, from the picker. In this example, he'll work with the AA head office job. This is a demo project and is used only for demonstration and testing. John clicks the button marked New Requisition and selects the category, Build. He then selects the main default site address from the picker. If required, he can manage the sites list for this job by clicking the Manage button. John can edit site addresses or add new sites. He checks the order date and adds a note. He then clicks the Save button. John can now add items to this requisition. First, John clicks the search icon for the cost code field and then selects the type of product he is looking for. In this example, John selects aggregates. A list of aggregates is presented, and if John knows the exact product he is looking for, then he simply selects it using the Pick button. If John doesn't know the exact product and wants to leave the choice down to the buyer, he can scroll down to the bottom of the list and pick Other. John can also start typing the word Other into the box here and then click the Pick button. When John has picked the product, he then has to ensure he enters a quantity, let's say 20 bags, a required delivery date, and select the delivery site for this item. The Copy to Specification checkbox will automatically copy the description to the specification reference field, where John could add more details, and optionally, add further notes. If John had selected Other when picking a cost code, he must complete the description box himself, telling the buyer what he actually wants, in his own words. When ready, we click the Save button. Our item appears in the list. John also needs 2,000 blocks but isn't sure which ones to order, so he selects blocks, and then selects other, and adds a note for the buyer. He can now click the Finished button. This presents the requisition for John to check and send on to the buyer. John checks the requisition, and clicks the Confirm and Send button. The buyer will receive an email telling him that this requisition is ready for him to prepare quotations for and to automatically generate purchase orders for. Once the buyer has prepared quotations, and generated the purchase order or orders, for this requisition, John will receive an email asking him to confirm the purchase order. When John logs back into the Commercial Toolkit, he will see this request as a task in his My Tasks list. John clicks the Go button. And now clicks the Confirm button. John could reject this purchase order, but that's discussed in another video. Our buyer makes any final changes to the purchase order, and posts it into the construct system and checks off items from our purchase order, as they are posted. Our buyer then sends the purchase order to the supplier. John now receives an email to say that he can expect deliveries on site, as the order has been sent to the supplier. When deliveries arrive on site and need to be recorded in this Commercial Toolkit, John will find the Received Deliveries task in My Tasks. This task will remain in John's task list until all deliveries have been received and all delivery issues resolved. Let's hit the Go button. John should be taken to the Deliveries page, and with the purchase order already selected. Before we can register the deliveries, John must enter a delivery note number in the box here. There are 4 options available: All received, Part received, Issue with all, or Issue with part. To keep this video as short as possible, we'll register that all deliveries were received. Another video will go into the detail of how to handle deliveries with issues. We select the receipt type and click the button here. Because all deliveries have been received, we can click the Completed button, which will auto-complete John's Received Deliveries task. My name is Poppy and thank you for watching.